It would be amazing if we all believed that we could do whatever we want to do in this world and from a curious mindset and want to experiment with life. Like I often talk about, it's just all one big experiment. So, you know what? If something doesn't go the way that we planned in this lesson plan or whatever that may be, whatever, we'll start over and do that in a playful mindset. So, even though I also come from my training is social sciences, so history first, and then I really started to get into psychology. But I share this with my students that everything is a science to a certain degree because it's
Yeah.
about dissecting, it's about collecting data, it's about seeing connections, and then what do you do with it? And you keep going back to the drawing board. Your whole entire life is that. You don't get it just because you're 30, 40 years old, or you have a certain title, or you have a certain beautiful home or marriage, or whatever that looks like for you as success. Your whole life is a science. If you look at it that way, like it's all about just going back to the drawing board, again, making connections, throwing things away, saying, tried that didn't work, let's think about it, and not beating yourself up about it, saying I'm a failure, but saying like, I'm just always a work in progress, and every single human is. And if I come from a place of play and experimentation, like a child would, like a child does this all the time. If we go back to our inner child and think with a childlike mind, life is so much more enjoyable. And I'm not perfect at it every day, and I have my hard days where I'm very stressed out, but I'm starting to practice that more often, and my perception is changing, and my energy is changing, and then in turn the things coming into my life are changing. It's all energy too, so it's what you attract. It starts with that mindset, that perception. I was just sharing with my students that your perception is your reality. You can change that at any time, and you have a lot of ownership over your life, more than you think you have. That you need that term in psychology we use is like the internal locus of control. That is way more powerful than external locus of control, because internal locus of control is I do have this power. I can do what I want to do in life and fulfill what I want to fulfill. And it just shapes everything else, and things just start clicking and falling into place. And things still will go wrong. Life is going to be life.
Predictable.
You're right. And you just keep trying. My mindset, I'm much more positive and enjoying things in my life much more than ever before. Not just saying through the pandemic, but even before when I was a teen or in my 20s. And so it really does work. But we can be teaching this to our children at an early age, and they're ready for it. Like I think that would just click and make sense if we were just talking about this.
And in the process, we're teaching children how to be a little bit more responsible, how to connect the dots, how to, start building their own ideas. And they're teaching us how to be a little bit more playful. So it's a win-win when we develop
Yes.
that healthier relationship with the younger generations, wherever we are in our journey. I mean, in the process of turning the growth into play, it's a lot easier to be more attracted by doing the work, because the work it's not easy. Looking within
No.
yourself, these big questions, it's not easy. But you're right, if we started earlier, these questions wouldn't be this difficult or this heavy to go through. Most successful people in the world have failed the most. They just kept going.
Yes.
Success isn't something that, lucky people are successful. No, success is about the persistence and trying and experimenting. And that's something that should be taught at an early age. Because even if we think about starting to walk as a child, you're going to keep falling until you learn how to balance. And if it's a living, you might lose your balance once again.
Yeah, and success looks different. It's not a one size fits all. And we still have a society where it's still very much about your job, your title, your degree, your relationship, the home or car or money in your bank account. And those are still very much markers of success. And I want to say that's a very, very small factor of success. And often that type of success does not equal happiness or joy. For me, when I want to have like someone who's an expander or a mirror to show me what success looks like, it's people who have peace. People who have peace and have joy and love in their heart and they emit that out to the world and to people. And I can tell it when I talk to them. Even getting on this call with you today, I could feel that from your energy. And to me, that is success. And the people who have been coming into my life recently, like I mentioned, the More Joy community and just other areas, they've all been these people emitting that peace and joy and love. And to me, that's success. So I feel very blessed to have so many wonderful souls in my life showing me this.
It's about the grounding presence, because when people have found their niche in life, what they want to focus on, where they want to spend their energy, they're not in this rush to prove themselves to the world, because they found that they belong within themselves. So now they can give from this place of knowing. So now they can create from this place of, I understand. It might take a little bit longer. I understand. I know that every day is going to be, different. And it might be difficult, but that's, part of the learning process.